These are braces. And over the years of making videos, you guys have asked me thousands of questions, starting with, do I even need braces, all the way to how do they work and tips and tricks and everything in between. In this episode, we're gonna be going over the most asked question I get, which is, do I even need braces? So lock in, hit that like and subscribe button, and let's start learning. Well, starting off first, we're gonna need to do a little anatomy lesson, and we're gonna have to go over the different classes of your teeth. Well, a class is the way that your bite fits together. You see, your bite is like a puzzle, and it fits together 3 different ways. Now, the first bite is a class 1 bite. Now, this is the bite that every orthodontist wants to achieve in braces. And if you have this means you have a really, really good bite. Next up, the next bite is a class 2 bite. So a class 2 bite is somebody with a big overbite, or an overjet technically, where things stick out really far. Now that is a bite that is severe and we need to fix at some different point. So if you have this bite, it's not looking good for you. And lastly is the class 3 bite. This is also known as the bulldog bite or the underbite. Okay, so now that we know the basics of the classifications, we have to get into different age ranges, because depending on the age that you're in, we're gonna treat you differently. So we're gonna start out with kids. The first ages that you start to see some orthodonticness going on with patients is around the ages 7 to 9-ish. That's a pretty good age that we normally start the Phase 1 therapy. Now, Phase 1 therapy is basically the first half of braces. Phase 2 is your normal Hollywood smile that you see everybody looks good. But if you're younger, you may need a Phase 1 therapy. Some of the different treatments you're gonna see are expanders, which you'll need if you have a very narrow bite or cross bites in the back. Another common one is an impinging bite, and that is when you bite down, your bite is so deep that your lower teeth hit the roof of your mouth, causing pain, blisters, and everything else in between. We need to fix that too. That can't wait till you're older. The last thing that you normally see is a bunch of spaces and crookedness that we may need to fix to make room for the permanent teeth that are gonna come in later when you're older. So if you have an impinging bite, severe crowding or spacing, or maybe a cross bite in the back, you may need actually Phase 1 braces. Another thing that your dentist or orthodontist may tell you is that even though you're ready for braces, they may not do braces until later and instead opt to just extracting or taking out some of your baby teeth to help the permanent teeth come in. So when you do get braces when you're older, it's a little bit easier for us. So now that we've got that all done, we've grown up and we've gotten a little bit older, and we're into that age range now of 10 to 12 years old, and now we have all of our permanent teeth. So anytime past the time that all your permanent teeth are in, you are ready for full braces. So now let's figure out, what exactly am I looking for, or other orthodontists or dentists looking for, to determine whether you need braces or not? Well, the first thing that you guys probably see, and the most obvious thing for you guys to see, is crowding. If you have severe crowding, meaning teeth are overlapping and they can't make it in all the way, then we need to take care of that by either removing teeth or straightening them with braces. Another thing that can happen is if you have too much crowding, teeth can't make it in and you get impacted teeth. The most common being your canine stuck way up here. You've probably heard of somebody having a canine stuck up top and it just does not come in. In that case, we need braces and a spring to open the space, and then we go grab the canine and pull it down in, almost like we're fishing. Sounds fun, doesn't it? Another issue outside the crowding that we look for is those same class bites. The class 2 overbite, or the overjet that's really far out there, and the big underbite. If we see those things, that's almost a guarantee that we're gonna need to do some braces or some functional therapy at some time. We may even have to put a forceps or a Herbst or something and put it into your mouth and let it sit for a year to help your jaw grow in a certain area. This is especially important that you're younger when this happens, because we use your growth and puberty for your jaws to grow, because if that doesn't happen, this next thing is something we have to watch out for. You see, if you have one of these big bite issues, they're really, really tough to fix if you're older and have no growth left. So that leads us into an issue where you may need orthodontics as well as jaw surgery with an oral surgeon. Now that's an intense case. So we look at crowding. We look at, do you have cross bites, which means the teeth in the back of your teeth are crisscrossed from one another. We look for overbites, which is how deep they are. We look for overjet, which is how far they stick out. And lastly, we look to see if you have such an issue that we need to do something even more intense, like jaw surgery. So there you go, quick, easy, and to the point. Those are some things that you could look for in your bite or your friend's bites to determine whether they might need braces, or maybe they don't need braces. Maybe their teeth are perfectly straight, they have that perfect class 1 bite, and everything looks awesome. In the next video, we're gonna go over all the different types of systems that you can use to fix those teeth. That means the different types of braces, the different types of invisible aligners, and what they all are, and the different types of ways that they work, and which one might work best for you. If this video helped you, make sure to like and subscribe, and send this to somebody else who's thinking about getting braces, because maybe they need to know what's going on in their mouth. This video series is going to be awesome. It's going to help you guys so much. If the video is already there, make sure to click it down below and keep on watching. If it's not, we'll see you in the next one.